This dish is so beautiful. Today I'm dining at Rosetta, one of the most popular restaurants in Mexico City's Roma neighborhood. It has one Michelin star and it's on the world's 50 best restaurants list. I might have gotten the worst seat in the house, but I don't mind since I was solo. The restaurant is really pretty though, with lots of plants, and I'm actually glad I could only get an early reservation since I got beautiful natural light to film. This is their menu, and it changes daily based on what's fresh. It's recommended to get one item from each section for the best experience. The prices are considered expensive for locals that aren't rich, but cheap for Americans. They give some complimentary bread with olive oil. I believe it's focaccia and sourdough. The focaccia is very soft and airy, and it pairs well with the rich olive oil. The sourdough is also good quality, where it's fluffy and not too sour, and it has a firm crust. I enjoyed the bread, and now it's time for the dishes from the menu. This is the scallops appetizer. It's a ceviche with soursop and avocado leaf marinade. The presentation is impeccable, and I love the flowers to give it more color. Soursop is a plant that's native to Mexico, and the marinade is more viscous compared to watery ceviches. I loved how the delicious tart and sour flavor of the soursop paired with the tender scallops. It really wakes you up and energizes you from all that exploring. I think there's also some cucumbers in there, so you don't get bored of just eating scallops. I thought this was a great dish, and I'm excited for the rest of the food. This is the potato triangoli with mushrooms. Stuffed pasta is not common in Mexican cuisine, and this is a very Italian dish. It looked good and had a very delicious fragrant smell. I could tell the sauce would be good. The potato inside is more mushy and like mashed potatoes. The best way to eat it would be to get some mushroom and pasta in one bite. This dish was phenomenal. The sauce was rich and creamy without being too heavy, and the mushroom provided some delicious umami flavor. I didn't expect to eat delicious pasta all the way in Mexico City. Surprises like these are the best parts about dining out in a new country. I think they made a great choice using potatoes for the filling, instead of cheese or something heavy. The mushroom already adds a lot of flavor, and using potatoes lets you taste the high quality, made in-house pasta. I'm very impressed with the food so far. This is the red snapper with a tamarind, peppermint, and endives salad. I quickly started questioning myself if I was hallucinating, since there's no sauce. There's a heavy French influence in Michelin star restaurants, especially when it comes to seafood. And here we have a seafood dish with no sauce. This is reality though, and I trust the restaurant to serve a good dish. The fish is very tender, and you can easily cut through it with this non-standard knife. Red snapper is known to be mild and not fishy, so I didn't like it that much, since I prefer fishy tasting fish like salmon. The fish is fresh and good quality though. I also didn't like how the fish skin wasn't crispy at all. It would be better to have crispy skin to contrast the tender fish. As for the salad, it was very minty and bitter. It's a decent palate cleanser in between bites of fish, so you don't get bored, but not everyone will like it. This was their weakest dish I tried so far. It's time for dessert, and the dessert menu is short and simple. I got the Hoja Santa, which is a chocolate dessert on the bottom, and there's a Mexican pepper leaf on top. You're supposed to break the dessert up and eat everything together. I love interactive desserts, where you should smash it or break it apart. It's a fun little gimmick. The chocolate is a white criollo, which is considered to be some of the best in the world. This dish was really delicious. The chocolate was cold and so smooth, and it wasn't bitter at all, and it had the right amount of sweetness. The Mexican pepper leaf elevated it even more. The leaf has a very complex flavor. It's minty, but also like pepper, but also earthy. When everything comes together in one bite, it's like an elevated dark chocolate, which is my favorite type of chocolate. You get a perfect mix of bitterness and sweetness, but it's very delicate and doesn't have the intense cocoa flavor of dark chocolate. A dish like this is a perfect way to end a meal. Here's the final bill, and when converted to USD, it's slightly over 100. From an American point of view, this is really good value. I got to eat so many delicious fine dining dishes at a low price point. I do understand that I'm privileged, and most locals won't have the same viewpoint as me. The red snapper was the one dish I didn't really like, but other than that, I thought the dishes were all really well thought out and amazing. The service was really good. There's a lot of waiters and they paid attention to you. The pacing is extremely fast. I finished my meal in an hour and 15 minutes. I understand why it's difficult to get a reservation, since this restaurant really does live up to the hype from a traveler's point of view. Thanks for watching. Mexico City also has another world famous Michelin star restaurant known for tacos, and click on the video on the end screen to watch my review of it.